stop making this mistake if you want to become an irresistible seducer. Have you ever wondered why 99% of people struggle to captivate that special someone? Why do some folks seem to have a natural magnetism that draws people in while others are left on the sidelines fighting to be noticed? Well, buckle up, because you're about to uncover the hidden secrets that can transform you into an irresistible seducer. And trust me, these aren't just tips, they're game changers. 1. Debunking the natural gift myth. First things first, let's shatter a widespread myth, the idea that only a select few are born with the gift of seduction. You know, the belief that charisma is something you're either born with or not? Complete nonsense. The truth is, while having natural charisma can give you a head start, the art of seduction is a skill, yes, a skill that anyone can learn and master. Think of it like learning to play an instrument or speak a new language. It takes practice, awareness, and a willingness to grow. So, if you ever felt like you're not one of the chosen ones, it's time to let go of that belief. Have you ever thought that charisma was just for a lucky few? Drop a comment below and let's break down that myth together. The idea that seduction is exclusive to a few naturally gifted individuals has held too many people back. So we're conditioned by movies, books, and society to think that only the suave, the cool, and the effortlessly charming can attract others. But the reality, it's much more empowering. You don't have to be born with anything special. You just have to know the strategies and be willing to apply them. The best part, these strategies aren't about manipulation or trickery, they're about understanding human psychology, embracing authenticity, and learning how to present yourself in the best light. So, where do you start? By recognizing that your potential to attract and connect is limitless. This mindset shift alone can open up a world of possibilities. Once you realize that charisma is a skill, not a gift, you'll see opportunities everywhere to refine and enhance it. 2. Neediness, your worst enemy. Now let's talk about the biggest mistake people make when trying to attract someone: neediness. Picture this. You meet someone you're really interested in, and instead of playing it cool, you immediately start seeking their approval. Maybe you overtext, constantly check your phone for their replies, or change your plans just to see them. Sound familiar? If it does, don't worry, you're not alone. But here's the thing, neediness is the fastest way to kill attraction. Why is that? It's simple. Desperation isn't attractive. When someone senses that you're desperate for their attention or approval, it often makes them uncomfortable. It puts pressure on them, and pressure is a major turn-off. People are drawn to confidence, to those who are comfortable in their own skin and don't need constant validation from others. Oh, how do you avoid coming across as needy? The key is to exude self-assurance and not depend emotionally on others for your happiness or sense of worth. This doesn't mean you have to act like you don't care. It's about finding a balance between showing interest and maintaining your independence. Pro tip: one way to cultivate this self-assurance is by investing time in yourself. Pursue your passions, build a life that excites you, and focus on your own growth. When you're genuinely fulfilled in your own life, you're less likely to latch onto others for validation. And believe me, this kind of confidence is magnetic. 3. The power of the gaze. All right, now let's move on to one of the most powerful tools in your seduction arsenal: the gaze. Your eyes are truly the windows to your soul, and the way you use them can make or break your ability to connect with someone on a deeper level. Think about it. How often have you found yourself drawn to someone simply because of the way they look at you? It's not just about physical attraction, it's about the connection that a sincere, intense gaze can create. When you maintain eye contact with someone, you're telling them, without words, that they have your full attention. And in a world full of distractions, that's incredibly valuable. But here's the thing, it's not just about looking, it's about how you look. An overly intense stare can come off as intimidating or even creepy, while a shifty, wandering gaze might suggest disinterest or insecurity. The key is to find that perfect balance, a warm, confident look that shows interest without overwhelming. Pro tip: try this subtle psychological trick next time you're in a conversation with someone you're attracted to. As you look into their eyes, imagine that you can see your reflection in their pupils. Not literally, of course, but by visualizing this, you're training your brain to focus deeply on them, which can enhance the connection. It also signals to the other person that you're fully present and engaged in the moment, which is incredibly attractive. Eyes can communicate things that words never could. They can convey trust, affection, curiosity, and yes, attraction. So the next time you find yourself across someone you're interested in, don't just see them, really see them. And let your gaze do the talking. 4. Breaking the greeting pattern. First impressions are everything, especially in the game of seduction. The way you introduce yourself can set the tone for the entire interaction. Here's a strategy that can help you stand out from the crowd. Break the greeting pattern. What do I mean by that? Simple. Most people follow social norms when greeting someone new: a handshake, a cheek kiss, a simple hi, nice to meet you. These are all fine, but they're predictable. If you want to leave a lasting impression, you need to do something different, something memorable. For example, if everyone around you is offering handshakes, why not go for a warm, genuine hug, provided the situation allows for it? Of course. Or if everyone's giving cheek kisses, surprise them with a playful high five. The idea is to do something that breaks the monotony, that makes you stand out, but always with respect and awareness of the other person's comfort level. What's the most memorable first impression someone has made on you? Share your story in the comments. Remember, the way you present yourself in those first few seconds is crucial. It's your opportunity to set the tone, to convey that you're different from the rest. Authenticity is key here. Don't try to be someone you're not, just be the best version of yourself. If you're naturally more reserved, a confident handshake can be just as impactful as a hug or high five. The goal is to be genuine, unique, and memorable. 5. Deepening the conversation. All right, we've covered the first impression. Now let's dive into the conversation. You've broken the ice, but how do you keep things flowing? How do you move from small talk to a deeper connection? Well, the answer is simple. Choose your topics wisely. Small talk has its place, but if you want to really connect with someone, you need to go beyond the surface. Instead of sticking to the usual "so, what do you do?" or "crazy weather we're having, huh?" Try to steer the conversation towards topics that invite reflection and personal sharing. For example, ask about their passions. What lights them up? What are their dreams and goals? These kinds of questions not only show that you're genuinely interested in the other person, but they also create an opportunity for a more meaningful exchange. And meaningful exchanges are the foundation of deeper connections. Pro tip: when asking these deeper questions, be prepared to share your own experiences as well. It's a two-way street. Opening up about your own passions, challenges, and aspirations can encourage the other person to do the same. This kind of mutual sharing builds trust and rapport, which are essential elements of attraction. What's your favorite deep question to ask when getting to know someone? Let us know in the comments. It's also important to be an active listener. Really pay attention to what the other person is saying, and don't just wait for your turn to speak. Respond thoughtfully, ask follow-up questions, and show that you value their perspective. This kind of genuine engagement is rare, and it can set you apart from others who might only be focused on making a good impression without truly connecting. Remember, conversations are about more than just words. They're about energy, presence, and connection. When you're fully engaged in a conversation, the other person can feel it, and that's what makes you memorable. 6. The art of the pause. Now, let's talk about something that might seem counterintuitive but is actually incredibly powerful: the art of the pause. In our fast-paced world, we're often in a rush to fill every silence, to respond quickly, and to keep the conversation moving. But sometimes, the most impactful thing you can do is pause. Why? Because taking a moment before you respond shows confidence and composure. It signals that you're not in a hurry, that you're comfortable with silence, and that you're thoughtful about what you're going to say. This can be incredibly attractive. Imagine this: someone asks you a question, and instead of jumping in with a quick answer, you take a breath, pause, and then respond with calm, measured words. That pause makes your words carry more weight. It shows that you're in control and that you're not afraid to take your time. Pro tip: practice this in low-stakes situations first, like during casual conversations with friends or colleagues. Get comfortable with pausing, even if it feels awkward at first. Over time, you'll find that it becomes second nature, and you'll notice how it shifts the dynamics of your interactions. It's not just about the pause itself, it's about what that pause communicates. It tells the other person that their question matters, that you're not just giving a canned response, but that you're genuinely considering your answer. So this level of thoughtfulness can make a huge difference in how you're perceived. And here's a bonus: when you pause, it often encourages the other person to reflect more deeply as well. They might reconsider their own words, or they might feel more comfortable taking their time to respond. This can lead to a more meaningful and deliberate conversation, which, as we've discussed, is the foundation of connection. 7. Confidence without cockiness. Let's take a moment to talk about confidence. Confidence is crucial in the art of seduction, but there's a fine line between confidence and cockiness, and it's important to navigate that line carefully. Confidence is about knowing your worth, being comfortable in your own skin, and projecting that inner assurance outward. It's attractive because it signals that you're someone who is self-sufficient, secure, and not easily shaken. But when confidence tips over into cockiness, it can have the opposite effect. Cockiness often comes off as arrogance, as someone who is overcompensating for insecurity. So, how do you strike the right balance? Focus on genuine self-assurance rather than putting on a show. Be confident in who you are, but also be humble and open. Show that you value others' opinions and that you're not afraid to admit when you don't know something or when you're wrong. This kind of balanced confidence is incredibly appealing because it feels authentic and grounded. What do you think is the key to balancing confidence and humility? Share your thoughts below. One way to project this kind of confidence is through your body language. Stand tall, make eye contact, and speak clearly and deliberately. But also be mindful of other space. Listen as much as you speak and show appreciation for their input. This combination of confident presence and respectful engagement is what will make you truly stand out. 8. The power of mystery. Finally, let's talk about mystery. In the world of seduction, mystery is your best friend. Why? Because what is unknown is always more intriguing than what is fully revealed. Think of it like reading a good book. If you knew the ending from the start, the journey wouldn't be nearly as exciting. In practice, this means not laying all your cards on the table right away. Share parts of yourself gradually, leaving some things to be discovered over time. This keeps the other person interested and engaged, wanting to learn more about you. Pro tip: be a little elusive. Don't be too available all the time, and don't share every detail about your life too soon. This doesn't mean playing hard to get in a manipulative way. It's about maintaining an air of intrigue. Let them wonder about you a bit. This sense of mystery is what will keep them coming back for more. And with that, we've covered the essential strategies for mastering the art of seduction. From shattering the myth of the natural gift to harnessing the power of mystery, these techniques are designed to help you become more magnetic, more confident, and more irresistible. Remember, seduction isn't about manipulation or games. It's about understanding human nature, connecting on a deeper level, and presenting the best version of yourself. With practice and intention, you can transform the way you interact with others and create meaningful, lasting connections. Which of these strategies do you find most intriguing? Are there any you're excited to try out? Let's discuss in the comments below. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you're hungry for more insights and tips on mastering the art of connection and attraction, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Let's continue growing and learning together.